Hello, everyone. It's Christy, and today we're going to do a little bit of a stronger flow. As far as props go, I'd recommend having a block if you have one. If you don't, you can use a thick book or two. And you might want to have a blanket for our Shavasana. So, we're going to get started on our backs without any props. So, go ahead and make your way onto your back, and we're actually going to start in a Shavasana briefly. Okay, so come onto your back, feet about hips width. Feet can flop open, arms at the sides with palms facing up. Good. So I like to come onto my back first just so I can observe my body. So I notice the back of the body, the sides of the body, the front of the body. I'm doing kind of like a little scan, and you're welcome to close the eyes as you do this. And as you connect to the physical body, also connect to your breathing. Breathing in and breathing out through the nose. Breath is our anchor for our practice in life and our practice on the mat. Feel each inhale as it travels through the body, and feel the exhale as it releases. Okay, so stay with the breath. You're welcome to keep the eyes closed, or you can open them and just gaze at the ceiling gently. We'll start by inhaling, hugging the right knee into the chest, and we'll come right into a gentle twist, but I want you to take this maybe a little bit more gently than you would towards the end of a practice. So your right arm will come out to the side. You'll use your left hand to slowly guide the right leg across the body. And for me, I'm just going to pause. I don't want to push it too far. I want it to feel sweet. I want it to feel nice and supportive. And your gaze can really be anywhere. I personally like to look up. So I'll take one more cycle of breath here. Return to the back, hugging the right knee in. And then I'll switch. So bring the left leg in. Easy stretch. Left arm comes out. And then I'm just going to take that twist to the other side. Again, I'm not going to go super far because I'm just starting to arrive into my body. Looking up, where you can turn your head to the opposite side. It's really up to you. Stay with your breathing. And then we'll slowly come back. Let's hug both knees in now. Okay, so here we're going to get a little bit into our cores. So let's have the shins parallel to the ceiling. Start to reach through the heels. Just start out there. And then we'll take the arms into cactus shape, so elbows bent. Very gently, like you're pushing your low back into a soft pillow. There's going to be a little bit of activity. When you press the low back down very gently, you'll feel your core wake up. Okay? So try to keep that with you. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lower both legs over to the left and just hover, right? So maybe you're only going about a quarter of the way. Try to keep the legs together. That's the hardest part for me. And then try to keep both shoulders down. You're definitely going to feel this one. Keep breathing. Stay with it. Finish your exhale. Inhale, center. And then exhale, go to the other side just about a quarter of the way. Core work makes me sneeze. Try to keep both shoulders down. And then we'll come back to center. We'll do that again just slightly quicker. Inhale, center. Exhale, over to one side, hovering. Inhale, center. Exhale, hover to the other side. Squeeze the legs together. We have one more set. Inhale. Exhale, side. Inhale. Exhale, other side. Good. Inhale back to center. And then exhale. Just give yourself a little hug, rock and roll, little massage. Good. Okay. And then make your way up. We'll go right into tabletop position. So rolling over the shins, hands and knees tabletop. Set it up so your wrists are about underneath the shoulders. The hips are over the knees. Coming into cat-cow, we inhale, lift the heart and the hips. The belly will drop, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, scoop the belly in, round the spine like a cat, push into the floor. And we'll keep going. So going with the breath, I prefer to root my shins just for a little bit more balance as I move through this. Good. We'll keep going. So you might even be pausing in one place that feels really sweet to you. And we'll take one more. Good. Okay, I'm going to come to child's pose now. So big toes together, knees wide, shift the hips back. I'd like for you to walk the arms forward. So arms are going to be a little bit more active. Lower the forehead, hips back, and then walk both arms over to the left. Try to drape your body over the left thigh. Root your right hip. Let your head go. So side body stretch. Come back to center, inhale, and then you'll go to the second side. So I'm draping over my right. As I root my left hip, the head's going to release. Okay, come back to center and come back to hands and knees, tabletop position. Okay, so I want to do a little bit for the wrists. So we'll start with one hand. Doesn't matter which hand. You're going to flip it over. Press the wrist down gently. Bend the elbow. Lean to the side just a little bit. And then we'll do the second side. Flip it over. Lean to the side just a little bit with the elbow bent. Good. And then spread the fingers. Root each and every knuckle. Inhale, tuck the toes. And then exhale, downward facing dog. And you might move around a little bit. Swish the hips side to side. Move the shoulders. Shake the head a little bit. We've got a couple breaths to arrive here. You might even play with taking your feet wide as you shift and just kind of see what that feels like. Good. And then in the next moment or so, come to down dog with the feet hips width. Lifting thighs up and back. Pushing the hands firmly into the mat. Good. On your next inhale, shift forward, high plank. So we want to have shoulders over wrists. I'm going to step my feet back a little bit. Belly engages, tailbone back, crown of head forward. Push into the floor. Remember, you can always lower the knees for any of the planks that we do. Okay. So inhale, plank, exhale, downward facing dog. Do that again. Inhale, strong, high plank. Stay for the strong exhale. Inhale, push the mat away, and down dog, exhale. Good. Okay, as you inhale, reach your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, we'll draw the knee to the chest, step it forward, lower the back knee down. Okay, and you can always pad your knee if you need to with your blanket. And then we'll come to low lunge, arms up, shoulders softening. We'll come into a twist now. So I'm going to lower my left hand down inside the right foot. You can use your block here. Tuck the back toes, lift the back leg, turn to the right. So turn the belly, turn the heart, stretch the arms away from one another. One breath. And exhale, unwinding. Back to three-legged dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, draw the knee to the chest. Step forward, low lunge. Rise up. Tailbone lengthens down. Fingers reach up. Shoulders soften. Then we'll head for that twist. So the right hand comes down, right? Tuck the back toes, lift the back leg, turn the belly, turn the heart, spread the arms like wings. Hug that front outer hip in. One more breath. Lower the hands, down dog, inhale left leg, three-legged, and then back to regular dog. Okay, step the feet forward to the top of the mat. You can have your feet a little bit together or apart. I personally like to have my feet an inch or two apart. Bend the knees, and we'll rise all the way up, sweeping the arms out and up. Look towards the thumbs. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center, and then arms at the sides. I'm going to fix my shirt like we always do when we come to the top of the mat, and you can do that too. Okay, arms at the sides. As you inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Maybe you take the hands to the shins. And exhale, fold again. Knees slightly bend. Inhale, rise, sweeping the arms out and up. Look towards the thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart. Take the arms at the sides. We'll do that one more time. Inhaling, arms out and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, hands to shins, heart forward, shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Come to standing, press into the floor, sweep the arms out and up, look to the thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart, arms at the sides. So adding on, inhale, you can bring the arms forward and up if you choose, and exhale, fold. Come up halfway, inhale. And exhale, we'll step back with the right foot, come to runner's lunge. We're going to head for high crescent. So if you notice, I walked my front foot to the side a little bit to give my hips more space. I'm going to hug the hips in and then rise up. So it's high lunge. And if you tend to feel wobbly in your high lunge, feel free to do that. Walk that front foot to the side. One more breath. And then we'll lower the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, draw the knee to the chest, and we're going to hold it here. So round the spine like a cat, lift the belly, push the mat away, breathe for 3, 2, 1, and then step forward. Even if you need to take 2 steps, and I'm going to do the same thing. Walk my foot to the side, and then rise all the way up, high crescent. Tailbone lengthens down, back leg is strong. Upper body is gently lifting towards the sky. One more breath. As you exhale, lower the hands, step it forward. Lift up halfway, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. And then rise up. Push through the floor, arms reach. Exhale, we're going to go right back down, forward fold. Lift up halfway, lengthen. Exhale, step back with the left foot this time. Okay, set up your lunge. You have a couple breaths to explore. Steady your breath, steady your gaze. One more inhale. Exhale, lower the hands, step back, downward facing dog, fingers spread. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, draw the knee to the chest. We hold, we round the spine, lift the belly, push the floor away for 3, 2, 1. Step forward, even if you need 2 steps. Hug your hips in to rise. Feel that sensation, that anchor of breath. One more inhale. As you exhale, lower the hands, step it forward. Lift up halfway as you breathe in. Exhale, breathe out and fold. And then rise all the way up. Reach the arms, get tall. Hands to heart, exhale. Go right into chair pose. So sitting down low, arms up, belly engaged. Weight is a little bit back, like you're sitting towards the edge, the very back edge of a chair, towards the back. One more inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, I'd like for you to step back to high plank. So one foot and then the other. Okay. So remember, you have the option to lower the knees at any time. Otherwise, we'll have a little bit of fun. So try not to change your plank at all, other than lifting the right leg up just an inch. Breathe, gaze a little bit forward. Back to regular plank. Push the floor away, belly engages. Lift the left leg up just about an inch. Firm both legs. Good. Back to regular plank. Lower the knees, child's pose with the palms up. And then we'll return to downward facing dog. Spread the fingers, down dog. On your next breath in, float the right leg up. Exhale, draw the knee to the chest, step forward. Set your feet up for warrior one. So back heel lowers. Again, you have that option to walk your front foot to the side a little bit. And then we'll rise warrior one. Okay, so the outer right hip is drawing back as the left hip turns in. And if your arms are getting tired here, feel free to always take cactus arms. Okay. One more inhale. Exhale, lower the hands, step back to plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Come all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Keep the elbows in, feet down. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to chest, step it forward, set up your feet for warrior one. And only when your feet are ready, then do you rise. So remember, arms up or cactus arms. Push into the outer edge of the back heel. All right, so firm the legs. Left hip reaches back, right hip forward. Find your gaze. One more inhale. Exhale, lower the hands, step to plank. You can do knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. And then bend your knees, look to the hands. You can walk or hop into a seat. Okay, and we're going to go back onto the back again. Back onto the back. Okay, so again, shins parallel to the floor. Okay. We're going to come up, lift the shoulders, take both arms outside the left thigh. Okay, so my shoulders are up. I'm going to spread all 10 fingers about shoulder width apart. So it's kind of like a side plank, or I'm sorry, a side crow, but we're doing it on our backs. 3, 2, 1. Come down, rest for a moment. And then other leg. So you're going to lift the shoulders, take both arms. Remember, we're spreading the fingers about shoulder width. Keep lifting both shoulders. See if you can squeeze the thighs. 3, 2, 1. And then we'll come down, let the knees knock in, the feet wide. Take the arms to cactus, little bit of a rest. One more thing for the core here. So let's toe heel the feet in, extend both legs, and imagine like there's a rope dangling from your big toes. So you're going to lift the shoulders, start to climb the rope with one hand and then the other. And you're kind of twisting a little bit through the navel, all right? So just keep climbing, keep reaching. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down, take a rest. And we're going to head back to down dog. So any way that you can do it, rock yourself back up. Downward facing dog. And we're just going to keep going. So on that next inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, step forward, set up for warrior two. So your back heel will lower and you'll rise up, warrior two. Okay, so sitting down low, front knee over the ankle, back heel active. Tailbone lengthens down, crown of head reaches. And then I'm going to gaze over the front fingertips. Inhale, flip the palm. On your exhale, reverse warrior. Try to keep the front knee bent if you can. And then we'll come back up to warrior two. We'll get ready for triangle. Here's where the block may come into play. So I'm going to grab my block and actually set it outside my front ankle. And I personally like to step my back foot in a little bit, turn the back toes in towards the midline. Okay, arms reach out, inhale. Exhale to lengthen, 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 extend. I'll take my hand to the block. And then rotate the belly, rotate the chest. Left arm reaches up. You can look up, but you don't have to. You can look forward. Okay, push both feet into the floor, and on your inhale, rise. So feel your strength in your core helping you. And then we're going to reverse the triangle. So flip the palm, and it's kind of like reverse warrior, but the front knee isn't bent, so it's a nice side opener. Good. From here, we'll take the hands down. You can set your block off to the side, bend the front knee, down dog, with an option to take a vinyasa. So I'll take that the first time, inhaling plank, lowering chaturanga, keep elbows in, cobra or up dog, and then down dog on the exhale. So to do the second side, I'm actually going to face the other way so that I'm always facing you. Okay, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it forward, set up the feet for warrior two. And then we rise, stay low, strong through the core, strong through the arms. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, reverse. And then let's come back up to warrior two, lengthen the front leg. I'll get ready for triangle with my block. Step my back foot in a little bit. Back toes turning in slightly. Arms out. Inhale. Exhale, deep in the front hip crease, hand comes to the block. And then I turn the belly, turn the chest open. Spread the palms. Remember, gaze can be really whatever's best for your neck. Smooth breath. Push the feet into the floor and use your inhale and your core to rise up. And then we'll just reverse our triangle. It's like a side body opener. Can be pretty intense. Good. We'll take the hands down, set your block to the side. You have the option to take a vinyasa, or you can just come back to down dog. I'm going to turn the other way to face you guys. Okay. From here, inhale into high plank. As you exhale, walk your feet together so the base of your big toes touch. Okay, we're headed for side plank on the right. So I'm going to roll to my right palm, stack my feet. Okay, you also have an opportunity to lower the bottom leg. Okay, so whatever feels where you can hold it and breathe and let the right side waist draw up and in. And then we're going to take the top arm up and over so it becomes a side bend. Push into your right palm, and then back to regular plank, and then downward facing dog. Separate the feet. I'm going to turn so I can face you guys again. Inhale, plank, walk the feet together, roll to the left palm, side plank. Remember, bottom knee down or not. Take the top arm up and over. Press firmly into that left palm. Left waist draws up and in. One more inhale. Exhale. Back to plank. And then down dog. And then let's lower the knees for child's pose, but with the arms alongside the body this time. Palms can be up or down. Okay, so we're going to make our way back to tabletop and back to down dog. Before we do that, make sure you have a block or your book nearby because we're going to use it for the next pose. Spread the fingers, downward facing dog. Thighs lift up and back. Firm the arms, firm the legs. Okay, on your next inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. And you'll lower your back heel like warrior one, but you're going to step it in maybe like an inch. And then I'd like for you to take your block inside the right foot. Okay, so we're setting up for Pavrita Trikonasana, twisted triangle. And I'd like for you to use a block or a book if you can. Take your right thumb into your right hip crease. Your left hand comes onto the block. And I'm going to take my right outer hip back as I reach the crown of the head forward. Then I'll start to turn the belly, turn the chest. I'm personally going to keep my hands at that outer right hip. If you want to go deeper, you can stretch the right arm up. But I'm working my twist and my lengthening. So crown of head forward and also twisting. And it's kind of a lot, right, when you're adding and all that. And also adding the breath. One more cycle. Stay with it if you can. And then we'll unwind. I'm going to set the block to the side, bend the front knee. You can either come into a runner's lunge like so, or you can lower the bottom knee just for low lunge. Come back to the breath, find your gaze. And then we'll come back to down dog. I'm actually going to turn around so that I can face you, and I'm going to have my block again. So back to down dog, fingers spread, thighs lifting up and back. Smooth breath. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Back heel lowers, and you step that foot in a little bit. Take your block inside the front foot and left thumb into left hip crease. So I'm up about halfway, guiding the left hip back and the crown of head forward. I'm pushing the opposite hand into the block. And then as I get long, I turn the belly, I turn the heart. I'm going to keep my hand here. Some of you that are a little more open in the shoulders can stretch the left arm up high. I feel pretty secure here, and I'm working the twist. I'm working the length. Stay with the breath. Back heel might come up. It's fine. We'll take one more cycle. And as you finish, you unwind, set the block to the side, come into either the runner's lunge or just the low lunge. Couple breaths, gazing forward, crown of head reaching towards the ceiling. And then back to down dog. Okay, lower the knees. So we're going to move into our arm balances now. So starting out with crow, and then we'll come into a modified side crow. So I'm going to start, I'm facing you. You all can be at the front of your mat. But I'm going to start with my feet all the way together. Come down almost into a chair pose, but taking my knees wide and my hands down about shoulder width, okay? And then I'm going to come onto the balls of the feet, okay? And pressing into the floor, try to get the knees up towards the armpits, and then I'm just going to lean forward and lean back. Lean forward and back. And then when I lean forward, hollow the belly. Maybe you lean forward so much that you can lift the legs, push the floor away, breathing. And then we'll come down and rest. Okay, and don't worry if you didn't get up, but playing with that lean forward and back can be quite helpful. Let's interlace the hands, and we'll roll, wrist over, wrist over, wrist. And then roll wrist over, wrist over, wrist the opposite way, and then go the first way again, and back again the other way. Shake out the wrists. Okay, so let's move into the modified side crow. So we will bring the feet together. Okay, and we're going to come into actually a different lunge than we did before. So I'm still going to come onto the balls of the feet, but I'm going to keep the legs together and hands at the heart. This is actually quite an intense balance, so I'm actually on the balls of the feet, and I'm kind of wavering a little bit, so I have to keep the core engaged. Okay, so the way that this works is I'm going to start by turning to the left, planting the palms. Okay, and I'll turn to face you. So as you can see, my arms are actually touching my legs, and I have a little bend in my elbows. We'll do that same lean. So I come up high onto the tiptoes, and I lean forward, and I come back. Fingers spread. Hug in as I lean. Okay, and then maybe on the third, you really lift up, push into the floor. Maybe you lift the legs. Breathe. And then we'll come back down. Again, we'll do a little wrist stretch. So this time we'll roll the wrists up
and roll the wrist down. And feel free to do that little dance again. We'll do it one more time. And back down. Good. Okay, so we have the last side to do. So we're going to hop back in, feet together, big toes touch. Come down to that lunge on the balls of the feet. And already this might be intense enough just to find the balance. So find to stay here and play with that. Otherwise, you turn, lower your hands shoulder width apart. Remember, arms are touching the legs, and play with that lean. So lean forward and back up. Belly stays engaged. Lean and come back up. Maybe the last time you lean, you scoop the belly and you lift up. Breathe. And then we'll come back. Good. And don't worry if that didn't happen for you, right? So that took like years of practice, but I think it's fun to bring in like the leans and stuff just to see that your body weight does have to lean forward to actually make flight. Okay, so we're going to come back to downward facing dog. Feel free to take a vinyasa or stay in down dog for 3 breaths. And you'll be happy because we're going to head for a pigeon next. So as you inhale, float the right leg. Exhale, bring the right knee towards the right wrist, lower the shin, and you'll walk your left leg back. Okay, feel free to slide a blanket under the right thigh or your block. You can also do figure 4 on your back. Okay, otherwise we'll inhale, lift the heart, lengthen from the crown of the head. Exhale, lengthen as you fold. My favorite thing to do is take a prop under my forehead. So you might roll up your blanket or your block, or take your block and rest your forehead. Let the hips and the shoulders be heavy. We've got 2 more breaths. On your inhale, slowly walk yourself up. Tuck the back toes, come back to down dog. I'm going to take a vinyasa in between, so you might shift forward to plank, lower down on the exhale. Inhale into your back bend. Really work to take those shoulders back. And then down dog. Second side, left leg lifts, inhaling. Exhale, bring the knee towards the wrist, lower the shin, and stretch your right leg back. Okay, remember you can do this on your back too. So inhale, lifting the heart, lift the crown of the head, and then lengthen as you fold. Have something for the head. It feels kind of nice. You'll observe one side is probably more open than the other. So noticing that we're not very symmetrical, but just observing, right? There's no judgment. Stay with your breath. We've got 2 more cycles. Hey, as you're ready, walking yourself back up. Final down dog here. Possibly a final vinyasa for you as well. So shifting forward into plank, exhaling lower, inhaling the back bend, and down dog. All right, so we're going to make our way to the top of the mat and come right into a seat. Okay, so if you have your blanket right away, let's just roll it up. So we have it like a little burrito. We're just going to set that to the side. Okay, so rolling gently all the way down. Walk your feet, your heels as close to the glutes as you can with your feet about hips width apart. We're setting up for bridge. So we'll start with the elbows bent in our robot arms, fingers up. Press into the floor to lift. Keep pressing your feet and pressing the elbows. So don't look at me. Keep looking up towards the ceiling and use the floor to push into to get lift. One more cycle. And we lower down nice and slow. Toe heel your feet so they're about as wide as the mat. Take your arms into cactus. And then we call this windshield wipering the knees side to side. Just a really easy movement back and forth. And the next time that both legs are to the right, you're just going to pause. You can stay here or lift the right foot. You'll take it towards the left thigh, and then it really deepens that stretch through the left thigh, the front left hip. And then we'll release. Keep the feet apart as you take both legs to the left. Stay here, or take the left heel to the right thigh, and you'll feel it gets a little bit more intense of a release. Okay, we're going to release now. And then let's find happy baby. So grabbing for either the shins, the ankles, or the outsides of the feet, or insides of the feet. Bend the knees towards the armpits. Keep your tailbone rooted. You can be still or you can rock, but really keep the low back down. Starting to slow it all down. And then finally, come away from happy baby as you hug your knees in. Draw your nose up towards your knees. You can wrap the arms around the shins, or as my teacher has shown me, you can take your hands to the soles of the feet and draw everything in, curl in. And then we're going to get ready for Shavasana. So you're welcome to sit up. Otherwise, I'm going to take my burrito, hoping it keeps its shape, right underneath my knees with my feet about hips width apart, arms at the sides, and we'll hold the Shavasana for about 5 minutes or so. If you have more time, you can do it longer. Okay, so resting back. Take an inhale and a full exhale. Very gently come back to your breath. Take an inhale and an exhale. Wiggle just the fingers and toes. Maybe you start to gently move the wrists and the feet, but let it be soft. And maybe you take a nice easy stretch, reaching the arms up and back. Bend your knees, keep your eyes closed if you can, and come to a fetal position by rolling to one side. Stay a moment. And keep your eyes closed as you use your hands to push up into a seat. It could be cross-legged or any seat. Bring your hands to your heart. Sit up tall, lift from the crown of the head. Thank you so much for your practice.